Okay, and one more interruption gone through. Okay, I just finished my box, and I think I was explaining to you that anyway, I upgraded my subscription. So next month, get a little bit more stuff in it. See what they've got going. I don't know what country it's gonna be. Let's see if I give us they usually give you a hint in the little booklet, except the hints are never the ones that they pick. Let's see who we're looking for. I don't know which one. Where are we going next month? It's not in that one. Okay, here we go. Vote on an upcoming box. Okay, it says upcoming. It doesn't mean next month. Taiwan, South Korea, and Mongolia. Those will be interesting. But they probably won't be next month. Anyway, getting a bigger box next month. I'll keep doing this as long as I keep being interested in it. Now for one last treat, and I'm going to dedicate this to a Twitter friend. Goes by the Twitter handle Emery's Wild. And Emery, if you're watching, I can't remember if you're Australian or New Zealand. For some reason I think you're Australian. Anyway, I enjoy your posts and your joy at learning new things and new experiences it brings a lot of joy to not only me but all your other Twitter friends. Anyway, a few weeks ago you discovered that there was such thing as space food, and I replied back to you about space food, and a lot of people don't know that's a thing, but yes, it was a thing. Back in the 60s and 70s when the space programs were going on, NASA was trying to develop new foods for astronauts, and I'm not sure when this was developed. It may have been in the 50s for all I know. But the companies would develop food, much like the military does. They get different companies developing foods and marketing towards the military, which I'm sure NASA did, to see if it's worthy of being selected to feed the astronauts or the military in the military sense. And they get awarded the contracts. Some of the foods that was not selected goes on to be marketed to civilian populations, which is where you get a lot of companies that submitted foods to the military that weren't selected that are now selling the foods to outdoors people. One of the things that came about in the space program was space food. And one of the most viable space foods, and I first experienced this at the Space and Rocket Center when I was about 10 years old, was freeze-dried ice cream. I don't know why NASA didn't select it for the astronauts. I can assume because it's basically crumbly, and they have an adverse reaction to crumbly stuff in space. Fun fact, and I don't know that it's a fact, but I read it. There are space pens also. You would think, I'm talking ink pens here, you would think, hey, an ink pen's an ink pen, right? No, there was a company, Fisher, developed what they called a space pen, which could write upside down, backwards, and all kinds of positions. And they marketed it to NASA because NASA didn't want the astronauts carrying pencils in space because of the graphite particles. They didn't want it floating into their computers and mucking things up. So based on that, I'm assuming is the reason they did not choose the space ice cream. Now, you can go to the Space and Rocket Center and you can buy space ice cream, or you can buy the civilian stuff that is marketed to outdoors enthusiasts, because it don't melt. Anyway, I saw this today and I was thinking of my friend Emery, who has brought a lot of joy into our lives. And I thought, I will taste test this for him. Now keep in mind, I'm going home about 453 years now. And the last time I tasted this, I was about 10. Space ice cream sandwich. Hard. You can see it's crumbly, kind of a powdery. So I can see why NASA wouldn't want that mucking up their computers. Anyway, cheers. It's just as good as I remembered it. Freeze-dried ice cream sandwich, vanilla. Now you can also get the Neapolitan. I couldn't find Neapolitan, and I love Neapolitan. But of course, you see the chocolate cookie. That's what makes it an ice cream sandwich. A little bit harder than the ice cream sandwich regular cookie. The ice cream itself is hard to describe. And Emery, I don't know if you have this over in your part of the world. Lucky Charms cereal, the little marshmallows in it. You know how they're kind of hard? That's what the ice cream's like. It's got the consistency of those little marshmallows. Good stuff. That's going to be my dessert before bed. Anyway, that's it for this month's taste testing extravaganza. It's getting dark out here. I know you can't tell, but if you look out there, it's darkening some. Got my torches on, my lanterns are coming on. And guess who has to get up in the middle of the night and go to work? Me, of course. So that means it's almost bedtime for me. And until next month, I had a ball. I enjoyed it, but I'm going to bed.